hashtag end corruption is about society and how I've experienced it. I mean, well, it's about how society, where all of the civilizations, they seem to have a decent amount of corruption in them. So with that hashtag, I would always make posts about things that I've experienced, things that I've seen, whether it be through the news or just through just whatnot, through the internet, whatever it is, and my opinions and my outlook, my perspective. Jack, over here, bud, come here. And so, yeah, there's just a lot of corruption. I mean, just to name a few things that I've been addressing lately with yeah, well, I mean, just generally, there's tobacco, cigarettes, alcohol, pills, gambling, casinos. It's just uncalled for, a lot of the stuff that is being pushed. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Cell phones are really damaging people's spines. Like, they're making people arch over just to look at, like, people aren't adapting like this. Like, generally, they're not just holding their phone like this because they're more worried about someone getting filmed or feeling like they're getting filmed, but they don't care. But while they're doing that, they don't care about their spine. So I really hate seeing people arching over doing text messages all the time. I've never even owned a cell phone. I've owned one like 2-3 times, and I never really used them. It's pretty costly too. I don't like how it's pretty overpriced. I feel like communication should be pretty free. I don't know. Anyways, hashtag end corruption is just people who are suicide. That's another thing. Speaking upon suicide, suicidal people are victims of corruption and overwhelming and unnecessary systematic pressure. I like to say, you could leave out the word overwhelming, but I like to say unnecessary systematic pressure, just overall life and the way that things are. I mean, anyways, the American dream should be the focus, and the civilians, and getting rid of diseases and cancer and all that. And people seem to be more greedy. They want money. Bills are always the focus. Everyone's always trying to earn or create something to get themselves to earn something, which, create something to just create something and then let it be seen, and then if someone wants to pay you for it, let them pay you for it or whatnot. That's how I feel. I'm kind of ranting a little bit, but it is a large topic. Corruption is a huge topic. But, homelessness shouldn't exist. Animal shelters shouldn't exist. We shouldn't be eating animals still. Veganism should be more of a... We should definitely keep pushing veganism and stop eating animals and killing them. Animals shouldn't be sitting at home. I'm just going to say a few things. Main, things. But I mean, I got all day. I can make a 3-hour video, 10-hour video, it doesn't matter. But I feel bad when we as people go work 8 to 12 hours or longer, take on double shifts and stuff like that, and our dog or whatever pet it is, whatever type of animal it is at home barking out the window because of someone riding their bicycle or walking their dog by, and like the dog is suffering, stuck inside. Not only are they suffering kind of enclosed and, let's say, entrapped, but they miss you as the owner. They want you to come back home. And apparently, from what I've been told, the 10 minutes of you being gone is like 10 days for them, type of deal. I don't know the exact number, but, So, anyways, hashtag end corruption. Pollution, vehicles are still polluting. I can't even walk down the street without breathing comfortably. And what does that say for my dog when his nose is closer to the tailpipe than my nose? So, End corruption covers a lot of things. Just, point out flaws in the system, in, let's say, people with power, like political people or whoever, influencers sometimes, maybe. I mean, just really don't call people out, but at least, constructively criticize them in a nice manner, directly in a private message, not publicly in the comment section, if you can, and just be civil, because I live in a place called the United States of America, and I like it, right? Look at these shows. Look at these shows. So, I don't know. Just these shouts. Just be civil and remember unity. Just it's almost as if everyone forgets unity, and they're just profit, income. So sometimes I feel, and I'm sure others feel, unwelcome, unsafe, and unprotected. I don't know. There's another word I was looking for, but unsafe and unwelcome, and excluded. We'll say excluded. There's no reason for that when we call this place the United States of America, home of the free, land of the brave. There's things like equal opportunity that don't seem to be worshipped or favored or treasured. American dreams aren't very favored in the regard that homelessness still exists. If someone's homeless for just a year or two, that slows down their path, slows them down during their traveling of their path, on their path to their American dream. So yeah, people are just harsh on each other sometimes, and it's uncalled for. But homelessness should not exist anymore, and more especially, extra especially, shouldn't exist, because American dream does not parallel with homelessness. It just doesn't add up together. If you expect people to go chase an American dream and keep a successful lifestyle, but the opportunities are kind of like fast food restaurants, or just limited, or just greedy business stuff, like greedy business tactics, you can't do that to people. No, stop it. I don't know, but yeah, that just about covers it all. I mean, for the most part. I mean, veganism, homelessness shouldn't exist, animal shelters shouldn't exist, American dreams should be favored and treasured and worshipped. Oh, also, one last thing, God is non-existent. Jesus Christ was a story, from what I can understand, and there's other religions and their stories, right? But God is non-existent. I could go step on some ants right now, and nothing would stop me, necessarily. Maybe karma would come, big bad karma, I don't know. But you would end up overworking your brain. So that's part of corruption. If you live to 90 and you were to say graces and say prayers and say God bless you to people, or even say oh my God, or OMG, anyways, all the different, there's about 7 to 10 to 15, maybe 7 to 15 different ways that you interact with God or religions or church, even going to church every Sunday and all that, whatever it is, that stuff is a way to overwork your brain, slightly overwork your schedule. And when you overwork your brain, living all the way to 90, they blame dementia, Alzheimer's, or whatever. There's 3 different things where it's you have memory issues, Alzheimer's, all that. There's 3 of them. I just can't remember all 3. Realistically, we have such a big life. We have family, we have job, resume, pets, and so much to do, and then we gotta pray every day or say graces 3 times. So anyways, it's, not to be sarcastically ignorant the way that I was just speaking, I'm trying to be civil, so anyways, God is non-existent, and don't overwork your brain. And let me be a little bit more statistical, if I don't know if that's a word, but let me apply statistics, because I did the math. I thought, okay, did a little bit of math. There's about 7 to 15 interactions, 7 to 10, somewhere around there. Probably more towards 15. So let's say 10 to 15. If you were to live to 90 and do all of the say your graces and go to church and say God bless you and say you're in my prayers because someone passed away, this, that, and the third, go to church every Sunday, all that, you would spend, I don't know the number right now, but you'd end up spending between 100,000 to 200,000 moments in your life using your brain to interact, whether intellectually by praying or vocally saying things in regard to God or going to church and stuff like that. So again, 100,000 to 200,000 moments in your life that you're working your brain. That's without counting the amount of times that you work your brain regularly through schooling, through employment, through neighborly interaction, family interaction. So, you know, I'm not against religion, but I'm leaning more towards not favoring religion. Yeah, if Jesus Christ was a story and that guy was a good guy, great. But God is non-existent. Don't overwork your brain. So I'll end this by saying, conserve your energy and hashtag end corruption. I'll add this too. Hashtag one can change many. Thank you for tuning in, the visualization.